Hello everyone, this is Group 9 with you. Today we'll be discussing about our own personal insight and experience we gained through this case study. It's breaking free from the success trap. I'm stuck in a box, and that's the problem. I used to think that doing well in my current routine, good grades, consistency, study schedule, meeting deadline was enough to prepare for my future. But unfortunately, I was wrong. I later came to realize that doing research is not enough. The sky is not the limit. The world is changing rapidly, especially in the era of AI. If you didn't align with the trend, you will be left behind. This article showed me excellence in the present cannot blind you towards coming next. You need to strive, your consistency, changing to the trend, and follow it. If I only optimize for today's assignment and not building the skill I'll actually need with 2 or 5 days. It is very much important for us as a student pursuing a career. So we need to align with the trend, the changes, be adapted to it. Adaptation is the biggest asset to each and everyone looking forward.
The 3-box weekly audit. This explains a time allocation approach using 3 zones, managing current responsibilities, letting go of outdated habits, and investing in future skills. It highlights a weekly self-check that asks whether time was spent only on immediate tasks or also on actions that build the future. This slide focuses on the idea of letting go of steady methods or habits that no longer work. It points out the past success doesn't always translate to present needs and emphasizes staying open to new approaches instead of relying on what used to be effective.
Hello everyone, I'm Zahura. Like many of you, I have realized that some of my old study habits were holding me back. I call this my box 2 cleanup plan. It's about retiring what doesn't work to make space for what does. I'm specially retiring 3 habits. First, passive highlighting. I am replacing it with active recall and concept mapping to actually understand the material. Secondly, avoiding group feedback. Instead, I will actively seek out peers who challenge my ideas. And third, waiting for perfect condition. My new motto is to launch early and iterate often. Letting go of those isn't a failure. It simply makes space for what's next. Moving to the next slide. What comes next? I'm building my box 3 future. I used to wait for one big perfect idea before taking action, but now I know the future is built through small and consistent steps. This semester, I'm starting small with 3 experiments. 1. I will make one short monthly reflection on new traits in my field. Second, I will learn one new digital tool each month, like Canva, etc. Third, and I will reach out to one professional each term just for an informal chat about the future. These small actions are how I'm actively building my path forward. Thank you.
Good morning. We often think of leadership as a title, a position, and a ladder. But what if we have been measuring it wrong? What if true leadership isn't about how high you climb, but how deeply you are willing to learn? I want to propose a simple but powerful equation. It is leadership equals humility plus continuous learning. It is the conscious act of bringing the organic, adaptable wisdom of nature back into the often rigid structure of our academic and professional cities. This entire reflection was sparked by a single sentence from our reading. The article states that great leaders disregard rank and status in the service of finding the best ideas. That didn't just strike me as an interesting idea, it hit me. Because in that moment, I saw my own behavior clearly. I realized that in classrooms and group projects, I was often differential. I will defer to professors, to the top students, subsequently trusting their voice more than my own. I was holding back my questions and idea, not because they lacked value, but because I was prioritizing hierarchy over intellectual discovery. So going forward is no longer a vague notions. It requires a plan. I'm committed to active practice of intellectual humility. This means first I'll have the courage to ask naive questions in class. I will choose clarity over the fear of looking uninformed. Secondly, I will share half-formed ideas in group work. I will remember that an idea doesn't need to be perfect to be catalyst for a brilliant collective solution. And thirdly, I will fundamentally shift our approach dialogue. I will treat every conversation as a chance to learn, not just to prove I know something may equal my goal will be to live with more than I can with. Final takeaway. Where does this part of humility lead? That's the question we need to ask. It leads to a profound and empowering conclusion, which is my final takeaway. I am the architect of my own project trajectory. This isn't just a motivational statement. It is an operational principle built on 3 lessons from the article. 1, success today does not equal readiness for tomorrow. Past achievements are not a shield against future irrelevance. Secondly, letting go in as strategic as building, knowing what to realize outdated knowledges. Pride, the right way is just as important as acquiring new skills. And thirdly, innovation isn't an event. It is not a single workshop or hackathon. It is a daily discipline. It is the small, consistent choice to challenge the status quo. Therefore, my commitment is to live in all 3 of these boxes, to not just reside comfortably in what I already know and have done, but to actively engage in difficult, rewarding work of letting go, building a new and innovating daily. It is how we design a more resilient, adaptable, and vibrant path for ourselves. Thank you so much.